trying to make it potentially a one-possession game. Up and under Pacey's. That's what they need right there. Force one here. Up to Chin, who throws it down. Minkler, good ball fake, gets to the 10. Count it and the foul. Two buzzer beaters to his credit, goes down the lane, double pump.
There it is.
Good! Another! And it's a steal by Soden. Soden to the rim. He's got the layup, and Bedford's got the lead. McGeady drives, Strand open. Three-pointer up and in. Wow. And they come up with a steal. O'Connell looking for the flush.
Late guys shoot twos.
Step back, Castro trying to tie the game. Juanena up the sideline, Castic way, double pump. Shot up and in! Up and in! Trying to find Bono. Mike with the steal! Mike is going to run up the court! Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Nashua. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. A Week 1 matchup between two of the more accomplished programs in Division 1, Nashua North and Trinity. On the first Friday night of the season, the Titans. The last 2 years, they've been to two semifinals in Division 1 under head coach Stephen Lane. They got off on the right foot on Tuesday night with a double-digit win over Dover. Trinity, of course, they lost their star-studded point guard Tyler Bike. Ooh. His father, the head coach, departed in the offseason as well. Step in Ray Farmer, former college player. He's got a defense that forced 29 turnovers in an opening night win over Concord, led by the 4-year starter, Devon Ellis. So this one, Justin, anybody's guess as both teams look to leave the gym at 2-0.
Yeah, I'm really glad we didn't see the one the other night with all those turnovers, because that would have made us both nuts. Especially as a former coach, I'd have gone berserk. But if their defense is that good and that improved from last year, because you know how good they were last year, and they still had a lot of young guys. And now these young guys have played against all these teams already one time, and they're showing that, you know, that they can score. You know, Dunker got 19, and he didn't contribute 19, I don't think, at all last year. His dad said, I talked to his dad, said he'd been playing very well in fall league. Then you have the other sophomore, I believe, Doherty. I mean, he had 22, I think, the other night, right? And he was fun to watch last year. Fun to watch. Pulled off the dribble, shooting shots in the corner, and he seems to be the vocal leader, from what I gather. So, don't know much about Nashua North, but I do know they have a little size. They got a 6'6" guy transfer, I think, from Nashua South, I believe, on my scouting report I got today. So I think we're going to have a pretty close game.
Well, a little bit more about the Titans. They do bring back, well, not their two stars. Lebrecht, he departed in the offseason, now playing at the NCAA level at St. Anselm. Jordan Montgomery was their point guard. He graduated as well. But they do bring back some key parts of that rotation, including the only captain on the roster, the 6'2" junior Parth Maglani, who at this point, only a junior, still a veteran, 3 years at the varsity level.
Oh, wow.
Can shoot the three. You mentioned size. 6'5", the junior Robinson Rodriguez, also logged a lot of minutes last year. And then there's the athletic, tough defender Luke Peters. Standout on the football gridiron, but a member of this squad last year at the varsity level. So there's some experience that Coach Lane has at his disposal, and another deep run in the postseason tournament in Division 1 is a realistic goal for the Titans.
Yeah, I think, why not? If you just watch them warm up, I like to do that kind of before we start. I like to watch teams warm up, and then I can kind of gauge how they're going to be. Weirdly, when you've coached for a long time and you played for a long time, you can kind of do that, and they actually look like they're going to be pretty good tonight. Yeah.
All right, when we come back, starting lineups, national anthem, tip-off at the bottom of the hour. Game number 2 for these two teams, trying to stay unbeaten early. Nashua North and Trinity coming up next in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's Beals Insurance, FNLNH.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
All right, let's go down to the court for the starting lineups. Public address announcer Dante Lorende. Ready to cook here in the Gate City. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Both teams 1-0. Coming into the contest, Trinity a 15-point win over Concord. Nashua North a 14-point victory over Dover. Some keys both ways, Justin.
Well, we want to watch most of all what these teams decide to do defensively. I always look for if teams decide they want to press, and if Nashua North or both these teams got that many turnovers last week or in their last game, I mean, they almost have to press. They have to create chaos. So I want to see if they can create chaos on defense, how does the other team handle it, and then offensively, who are the go-to players? Who are we going to see that's going to score and who's going to take the lead for both teams, because we have some young players at Trinity and one senior with experience, and the rest of those guys are very young. So very interesting to start.
We're underway. Tip, tracked down in the corner. by Nashua North's Elise Roig Cortez. A junior-heavy squad, the Titans. Going to work right to left here in this opening quarter. As Trinity opens up in a man-to-man defensively. Three-pointer, a good look for Parth Maglani. And he's going to capitalize, able to get square and knock it down. The 3-year veteran.
That was a good look. He squared up. Nice-looking shot.
And while Dunker is rejected. That's Evan Dunker on a strong take. But waiting in the paint was Robinson Rodriguez, the 6'5 junior with some wingspan.
Yeah, there's that length. It's length. Always got to make sure maybe you stop and pump fake. Like watching Wemby play. Blocking shots left and right.
Titans in a man-to-man.
1-4 high.
Ellis going to pull the trigger.
Oh, rare three from Ellis.
Robinson a skying rebound. Titans look to push. Lazo thought about it. Now Roy Cortez gets his head down, got the step and the bucket.
Stuck his hand in there. Cookie jar. Got caught.
That's got the standing Nashua's North student section on their feet. And excited on the early lead here for the home team. It's 5-0. And a chance for one more for the junior.
You can already see a little bit more experience on the Nashua side. And they made their first free throw. The other night we didn't see too many made free throws early. Too much excitement. Tonight I think we're going to see players have calmed down a little bit. And they're going to play better tonight than they did, I'm sure, the other night.
Dunker into the corner. First shot for Doherty around the rim and out. Offensive rebound will keep it at this end. That's Connor Bishop on the glass for the Pioneers.
Good rebound.
Bishop going to spin in the post. Runs into the second defender. Leaves it off the rim. And then this one spiked off the back.
Great save. Tough shot. Very tough shot. Forced it. Probably should have brought it back out. Maybe start the offense over.
So the Titans with a good start. And now 90 seconds gone by. It's 6-0 Nashua North. Looking to extend that lead. Pioneers trying to buckle down. Robinson calling for it in the low block. Going to spin and score it off the window.
There's that size again. Right away, full court man press from Nashua.
Trinity an early 8-0 hole. Bishop trying to tiptoe the baseline. Now here's Ellis. The senior puts his shoulder down. Has Doherty open in the corner. Three-pointer. Off the rim and out. And then a foul on Bishop for over the back. Robinson Rodriguez got the inside position there to draw the first foul either way.
Yeah, and you're going to kind of see you're going to have to box out, and you're going to have to make sure, especially on the defensive end now, you're going to have to keep Robinson off the glass. He's long. You already saw they put him in the post. What did he do? He turned and scored very easily. So you're going to have to get a little help on that, maybe front and back.
Maglani off the extra pass. Three-pointer is good.
I am not leaving him open. Twice he's been wide open.
2 for 2 from downtown.
When do we call timeout? I'm thinking if they score again, it's a timeout automatic.
First-year head coach Ray Farmer certainly thinking about it. His team down 11-0. Dunker, 2 dribbles. Fade from 14 is short. And it's Maglani off the tip for the Titans. Runs into trouble and now is tied up. And the jump ball is called. Derek Aurelia able to get the basketball there to bring the whistle. Possession arrow will give it to the Pioneers here.
They needed that turnover. They need that. They got to get a basket. Just for confidence sake, you got to get a basket. You're playing in the home team's gym. There's a lot of fans here tonight, which is great to see.
Nearly 3 minutes in. Trinity trying to get on the board.
Now we look like we're playing we're playing zone or backing off.
Ellis going to shoot the three. This one no good. And an above the rim rebound there for Rodriguez. Long pass, Maglani, a little tap shot.
Got to catch that. Catch that, come down, go up.
Dunker, his first rebound. Here's Doherty, 0 for his first 2. Leaves it for Dunker on the wing. Trying to spin out of trouble, and it's picked. Lazo able to get to it and score it off the glass.
Well, I'm coach right now. I'm taking a timeout. Talk to my guys. Tell them to take their time on offense and get a good shot. Right now, they're not getting a good shot.
Nearly midway through this first quarter.
They've had one good shot, I believe. A couple deep ones, but one really good shot.
Ellis trying to get into the paint. Jump stop, cut off. Dunker now on the drive. Going to float one to the corner. Bishop trying to find a crack.
Got away with the travel.
Doherty left-hand dribble, and a travel is called.
Called that one.
It's got the Titan bench excited. The defensive effort has stood out here through the first 4 minutes.
Watch the jump stops, too. Some of the jump stops are hitting 1 foot before the other. That 1 foot you hit is automatically your pivot foot. That's a tough one because then all of a sudden you make that little slide as travel.
Well, here's a little bit of zone press. It produces a steal, and then Dunker's got the easy 2. So the Pioneers get on the board via the turnover, and now foul is called in the corner. It's going to go against Devontae Ellis, who rolls his eyes. Maglani set for the first of 3 at the line for the first time.
So already Trinity has 3 fouls in this game already. 3-0.
Maglani off to a good start, as we mentioned, the 2 3-pointers. No problem on that one either.
He has not hit the rim yet.
Been perfect.
Good looking shot, too. Really good looking shot.
Came off the bench as a freshman a couple of years back. Big part of that rotation again last year.
Still hasn't hit the rim. So 15-2. What happened there? He fouled on a 3.
Yep. Whistle on the closeout in the corner. So Maglani a chance for 3-point play the untraditional way. He's got 9 points early.
Wow.
The Titans have a 14-point lead.
9 of their 16.
Just past the midway point of this first quarter. Pioneers trying to get something going. Into the corner for Doherty, who traveled on the catch.
That catch, and you're moving your feet. A little too anxious to attack.
Of course, he's got the Titan student section bearing down on him in that corner.
A little 2-2-1, sort of 3-quarter court press. There it is, that wide open pass on the far side.
Rodriguez, strong take. Well, the floating skip pass leads to the layup.
We talked about that the other day. Got stolen the other day a few times, but that was a nice. He's long. Again, throw it up by the rim, let him catch it.
Ellis for 3. Trying to find the touch, and there it is.
Oh,
Devon Ellis, 3-year starter. Missed his first 2 from the outside, but the third time is the charm for one of Trinity's best all-around athletes.
There it is again.
Rodriguez to the rim, challenged by Ellis, and that's number 2.
He can't afford to be in foul trouble. Look, now they're going to come out. He's going to come out. And now if we just take a look at the size difference between the two teams.
And Titans, one of the longer teams really in D1, going to have a size advantage on most nights. Rodriguez, another young player who has come up through the system, played some meaningful minutes, especially late last year as a sophomore. Full-time starter here as a junior, and smiling at the free throw line, enjoying the fact that his team is now up 15.
They're shooting free throws really well to start. I don't think they've missed a free throw.
Well, North collectively is 6 for 6 here to begin. Some more full-court press.
They bring in another big fella, number
Coach
30.
Lane has brought in a guard as well, Tristan Jones, the sophomore, trying to apply some on-the-ball pressure here.
And we got the 6'5 senior, Peter Donovan, number 30, walked in.
And Sean O'Neill getting his first minutes for Trinity.
Still a man, but they're really sagging on the players at the top.
Inside of 3 minutes, first quarter. Trinity trailing by 15, trying to cut into the margin. Aurelia hesitates, draws a double team in the post, skips it for Dunker, who's ready in the corner. 3-pointer over Maglani is too strong.
Really good help by Nashua, too. When the players drive and try and kick, they're always there.
Maglani ready in his favorite spot. But that one goes over the top of the backboard. Ricochets out of bounds. It'll be Pioneer ball. That'll allow the Titans to set up this full court look. It's the first miss for Maglani, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
Aurelia.
Now
in the front court. Titans retreat to a man-to-man half-court look. Doherty from deep. It's a 2.
Good confidence. Good confidence. Now he needs to make sure he hits a few more of those.
Sophomore with his first bucket. Extra pass. 3 is a line drive miss. Ball on the floor. Covered by Pena off the dribble. Floats a pass that's intercepted by Doherty, and now a tie-up, no, a foul is called here in the backcourt.
Look initially like a really good jump ball situation, but got a little bit of movement, and I think they got a little too excited, and he called a foul.
It's the first foul against the Titans. As we get a look at the replay there. Going to go against Tristan Jones, his first. Meanwhile, Coach Farmer, his first year on the job, took over for Keith Bike in the offseason, having a one-on-one with one of his star players at the head of the bench, Devon Ellis. Dunker gets square. The Bedford native with a high arcing three.
That looked good.
It's his second bucket. It's led the way for Trinity with 5.
See a couple of those go in. All of a sudden you start shooting the ball much better.
Final 90 seconds. Lazo finally puts it on the deck. Pena trying to escape the corner. Pass tipped and intercepted under the basket by Bishop. Up the floor for O'Neal. Head down, left hand banker won't go. And a trailing rebound for the senior Peter Donovan. Titans going to take a breath. As we approach 1 minute here. Pena skips it into the corner. There's Luke Peters' first touch. Doherty gambled. Pena for 3 is short, follows his own miss, goes into 2 players and scores off the glass.
You're going to gamble. You better get back and box out.
Second rebound for Pena, first bucket. Meanwhile, Doherty able to get the step on everybody for his second field goal. Back and forth we go. Still a 10-point bulge as we head towards 30 seconds.
He leaked out after that gamble, so he was able to get a nice, easy basket on the other end. Last shot, maybe 28 seconds, last shot.
Pena trying to direct traffic. And a slip and a travel.
Tried to really force that one going to the basket. They could have waited. I thought they looked like they were going to wait for a really good last shot. Force the issue.
Dunker, the defender, may have forced the issue.
Trinity does a good job coming way out, too. Yeah. If you get beat, you better have some help in that case.
Well, Coach Farmer may be thinking final shot here, most likely down to 10 seconds. O'Neal instead with a blow-by move, rejected. That's Donovan saying the cupboard's closed. It'll stay with Trinity. There's still plenty of time at just under 7 seconds.
Got to kind of see it. Look ahead. Who's underneath the basket? When you're about 5'6", you got to make sure you pump fake again. Pump fake on the big fellas.
Doherty down to 3 seconds. A slicing move gets it off the glass. Well, a slow start for Trinity, but a strong finish. It's Kevin Doherty coming on, 6 points in that first quarter. Still work to do for Trinity, trailing here 22-14. Titans look for a reaction when we come back. You're watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Another 3 for Parth McGuani.
If you're going to play zone and Trinity came out in a 2-3 zone, you better get a hand out on the shooters.
Come out on fire tonight. His third from downtown. He's got a game-high 12 already. Meanwhile, O'Neal, the pretty-looking shot from the corner. Comes the fourth Pioneer to score. Back and forth we go. Luke Peters is going to head to the free throw line after getting hit on the wrist there.
He did. He got hit in the arm. No one ever thinks they foul. As you can kind of tell, players react like they didn't foul, but he got hit.
Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Game number 2 for both of these squads. Both were opening night winners back on Tuesday. Nashua North, of course, fresh off of back-to-back semifinal appearances. The Pioneers, they took eventual champion Bedford to overtime in the quarterfinals last year.
Oh, that was a heck of a game. That could have gone either way, too. Either way.
It's one of the best games we've seen.
Oh, absolutely.
And, of course,
absolutely.
Trinity, they won the whole thing 2 years ago under then head coach Keith Bike. We get our first look here at a sophomore for Trinity, Jamar Gregory Aline. One of two Gregory Alines on the roster.
Another one more.
Meanwhile, Lazo off to a good start on the boards. Going to leave that one short. Follows his own miss. Goes back up with the right hand. Can't finish. It's tipped out for O'Neill, who lost his footing. Avoids the turnover as Bishop helps him out. Now it's Bishop into the front court. Thinking about challenging Rodriguez. Gives up the dribble. And now O'Neill pulls it out instead. O'Neill a jump stop. Doherty trying to stay hot from the first quarter. He will with a three-pointer. He's Trinity's high man with 9. And the Pioneers are back within shouting distance here at 27-20. Make it now 29-20 after the pull-up will fall for Elise Roy Cortez, his second bucket.
Tough turnover. Can't make that mistake. Wide open.
Turned over along the sideline, given right back to the Titans. And with that, we have a timeout on the floor. Our broadcast is brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. And finally, by the New Hampshire Tomahawks Showcase and Development for College Lacrosse. Visit nhtomahawks.com and also girls.nhtomahawks.com. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. And we'll be live basically twice a week throughout the regular season. Most nights on Tuesdays and Fridays right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. So hit the subscribe button.
Oh, definitely.
If you have not done so already. Meanwhile, Maglani, another.
Wow.
This one, a teardrop in the paint.
Wow.
He's up to 14, and he's missed just one shot so far from the floor.
He's been really impressive. Another of those travel. You got to jump stop on 2 feet. You got to get yourself under control so you can make a really good pass. Had a few of those.
It's Trinity's 4th turnover. Meanwhile, Coach Farmer, arms crossed, going to make a substitution here. Takes out Bishop, and brings in a fresh body in the paint. That's Dylan Gartside, the sophomore. Robinson goes right at Gartside, lost it on the way up. It's last touch by the Pioneers. It'll stay with the Titans.
See what they do on the out-of-bounds play. If they play man, let's see if Nashua runs anything to get the big fella open early. Right there in the middle. Yep, there it
Robinson
is.
flashes open, almost got it to go, but a foul is called. Pretty good out-of-bounds play there.
You know my theory. We've talked about this before. When you're out of bounds underneath the basket, you play zone, you avoid a lot of the screens that happen. That one, there weren't any screens. Everybody just left, and then there he is wide open in the middle.
Rodriguez short on the front end of the 2-shot foul. It's the first miss collectively for the Titans. Coach Lane going to go to the bench. Gavin Terrio makes his first appearance. The 6-foot senior will replace leading rebounder Adrian Lazo.
Wow, we actually missed a couple free throws. That's their first 2 misses, I believe.
Yep. Long pass up the floor for Gregory Aline. Leads to a left-handed 3 by Gartside. The ball ends up out of bounds and back over to the Titans. Well, crowd continuing to file in here. I thought we were just about at capacity at game time, but some folks continuing to sneak in. It's been a rowdy crowd. A lot of support for the home team as there's still a standing student section off to our right. Pena pull up. Back iron miss. Robinson Rodriguez trying to stay with it and does so. Tracks it down in the corner. Three-pointer around the rim and out. Doherty the rebound. And he's fouled immediately by Terrio.
Almost another one right there. He's feeling it. You can tell. He's feeling it.
It's been Maglani early for Nashua North with a game-high 14. While Trinity has been paced by Doherty's 9.
You've got to put a body on Robinson, though. Anytime he's around the basket and they take a shot, you've got to put a body on him.
Gregory Aline into the lane.
There's another one. At jump stop. Nick, it's a 1-2 and then a slide every time. 1-2 slide.
And the officials have looked for that in this first half.
It's an easy call. Just watch their feet. 1-2 and then slide.
Meanwhile, Pena looks over at the bench.
Back at a man. Nashua's back at a man from that.
Gets the marching order from Coach Lane. How to attack this man-to-man. Rodriguez is going to flash out. He'll reverse it right in front of Coach Farmer. Whips a backdoor pass that's tipped. Ends up off the right fingertips of Rodriguez. A rare early turnover for North, just their second giveaway.
That's a nice high, sort of a shuffle cut right there at the right high elbow. So you run right off that screen, cut to the basket, similar to a flex cut, like that, similar to a flex cut.
Well, pass off target.
So you dive to the basket. So they're looking for the big fella, Robinson, to cut to the basket. You throw him a bounce pass. He's one-on-one, easy basket inside.
Titans with an 11-point lead as we head towards the midway point second quarter. North led by as many as 15 in the first quarter. Left-hand layup is good.
I was
That was
hoping.
Tristan Jones, the sophomore, able to maximize the footwork in the paint. Dunker, three-pointer, up and in.
Good look. Very good look.
Missed his first couple, but he's starting to catch fire here. 8 points, his second from downtown. The foul here is both Dunker and Jones hit the floor.
He's going to call that on. I thought 52 had a push.
You got it. That's number 2 on Jones.
I was going to see if Trinity can take advantage now that Robinson is sitting down for a while, right? Go inside, attack. Now they can attack the basket without having to worry about help. Help defense with the big fella in there is kind of, ooh, I don't want to go to the paint, right? So they're kicking it out and shooting threes. Now they can attack the basket.
Well, the problem is the kid who just came in is also listed at 6'5". That's Peter Donovan.
He is. I just don't think he moves as well as Robinson does.
Not many do. That layup won't go. Maglani the rebound. Foot on the gas, and the roll will go for Elise Roy Cortez. Strong take for the 5'9 junior.
Got to cut that off. Got to step up, cut that off. Ellis back in, though, with 2 fouls.
Yep, going to go right to the rim. No, the tip won't go either for Jordan Torres.
Good follow.
But he's going to follow his own miss. So a couple of rebounds on the possession for Torres, who just checked in. Three-pointer for Maglani is off target. Cortez got to it but threw it away. And there's a layup.
Doherty.
In traffic, a nice finish. As Doherty continues to have a strong first half for Trinity.
Doherty and Cortez have very similar haircuts, Nick. I had trouble telling them the two apart.
Inside of 3 minutes, another steal. Doherty up ahead for O'Neal, and a block from behind
Good help.
by Terrio. The senior able to hustle and get a piece of the basketball to deny the layup.
Great help from behind.
Some of the North fans upset on the turnover, thought there was a foul.
Well, you know, they always think there's a foul. Everybody thinks there's a foul every time you turn the ball over.
Titans trying to make it a 2-possession game for the first time in a while. Ellis, 15-footer. Back iron miss. Challenged by Rodriguez, who gets a piece.
Rodriguez snuck back in. There he is, making his presence felt.
Able to deny Jamar Gregory Aline. Three-pointer for Rodriguez is too strong. O'Neal the other way. Going to pull the trigger. Short. Roy Cortez is there.
And a 4-on-3.
Titans want to run. Backdoor for Lazo. Short. Rodriguez, no. Trying to stay with it. Goes up and one.
Wow. Oh, way to be strong. Good rebound. Good putback.
And that's going to be the third, I believe, on Devon Ellis. So
yeah.
Coach Farmer rolling the dice a moment ago, bringing the senior back onto the floor with 2 fouls. He just picked up his third. As you can see, he's kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Absolutely.
So a blow for Trinity as Ellis takes a deep breath at the end of the bench.
That's tough when you're a senior, you know, your second game of the year. You got 3 fouls. You got to sit down for the next 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And Even the beginning of the second half, you got to be careful.
Rodriguez putting together almost a double-double already. 9.6 rebounds. O'Neal for 3. High arcer. It's a pretty one to watch. His second from downtown.
Trinity can definitely shoot. You leave those shooters wide open, they're going to hit those shots in the corner.
38-30. Against the zone, Rodriguez showing the range, left it short. Offensive rebound. Pena up with the left hand for 2.
Great rebound. Ripped it away from O'Neal.
Pena, the 5'10 senior.
Full court man, sort of soft pressure from Nashua, but it does make the ball handlers work hard.
Coach laying on his feet now, trying to direct this defense. Dunker into the lane. A foul is called as Dunker. It's rejected, then hit the floor.
Can't be on Rodriguez. Yep, must have been on White 4. Wow, really? A little push maybe underneath? Let's take a look at that if we get the replay.
They're going to get Maglani. Just 3 team fouls each way with 1:22 remaining. Other than Ellis, no one on either team in foul trouble. Dunker connects.
I believe that is Trinity's first free throw of the half.
Yes.
1 for 1.
Right. Their first attempt coming with 1:22 remaining. That one no good.
Wow, Rodriguez is everywhere.
He's on the glass tonight, 7 already. Lazo trying to direct traffic. Titans going to show patience. Coach Lane raising his right hand.
Robinson wants the ball in the paint.
Maglani runs into a wall and travels.
Too much forcing the ball, too much trying to force the ball inside. The ball moves better when you pass the ball around. You're going to get better shots.
Meanwhile, Dunker brings Maglani into the front court, now pulls it out. Titan fans chanting defense. Final 50 seconds. O'Neal trying to shake off Peters. Left hand blocked by Rodriguez again.
At some point, we're going to figure out you've got to stop and pump fake.
Peters for Lazo to the rim. Ooh. Tried to flush it. O'Neal the rebound. And a foul in the backcourt. It's going to come against the Titans.
You got to make that dunk. If you're going to do it, you better make it. It now gives them Trinity a chance to come back, hit a 3, and all of a sudden you got a 6-point game.
There's the block from a moment ago from Rodriguez.
I think he has about 4 block shots as well.
So, O'Neal looks over at Coach Farmer.
Maybe they'll decide to take the last shot.
Or maybe not. They'll go to the rim instead, and Doherty lands hard on his knee.
Good
Dunker
steal.
with the steal. The bank attempt is too strong. Rodriguez eventually wrestles control. Titans left with 7 seconds. Coach Lane says, go. Here's Pena. Wants a ball screen. Pulls up for 3. That one is short. And that'll do it. First half in the books here in Nashua. A hot start for the Titans. They scored 15 of the game's first 17 points, led by as many as 15 in that first quarter. Trinity, they settled down. They're back within shouting distance at 40-31 at halftime. Coming up in just a moment, a look back at that first half, stats, highlights, analysis, and an out-of-town Friday night scoreboard watch as well. All on the way. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471 888-858-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
There's a big budget there.
They have this red cameras. You ever see those red cameras they use? They're really good cameras. Digital red camera. 30 seconds.
All right, back here at halftime. Nashua North with a 40-31 lead over Trinity here on our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. Opening week statewide, both teams looking for their second victory. Well, Trinity, they fell behind early. A few turnovers in that first quarter, especially the opening 3 or 4 minutes. On the other side, we saw hot shooting out of the gate from the junior captain, Parth Maglani. All in all, an early 15-2 lead for the Titans. Trinity, after falling behind by as many as 15, able to chip away throughout the course of that first half. Kevin Doherty, the sophomore, with 11 points. The high man for the Pioneers, Evan Dunker, the junior, right behind him with 9. But foul trouble has limited Devon Ellis's minutes, the senior.
They need him in there desperately for rebounding's sake, especially with the big fella.
And they're going to have to do it now from behind with 2 quarters remaining, trailing 40-31.
Well, both teams are playing a little more relaxed, I bet, than they did their first night out. But you can see that Nashua has a definitive size advantage inside. So Trinity has to find a way to attack the basket and maybe get the big fella Rodriguez in foul trouble. If you get him in foul trouble and you can sit him down, then you can attack the basket even more, and they're going to get easier shots. You know, they're shooting well, decently from the outside. They're getting open looks at the 3. But you want to try and get some 2s as well. Right now, they've just, most of their shots have been outside shots. They haven't had too many lay-ins at all. And the ones that they've had where they've attempted them have just gotten blocked or just thrown off balance by the big fella. He really is a difference maker and a disruptor inside. But I enjoy watching Trinity, too. They shoot the ball really well. They're fun to watch. Catch and shoot. I'm a big fan of catch and shoot. You don't need to put the ball down and dribble all over the place. Catch it, shoot it, and follow your shot, right? Follow your shot.
All right, just about ready to roll here. Starters back on the floor both ways. Well, this was a 6:30 start, and most of the Division I games tonight tip off at 7, so a lot of games in the early minutes. We do have an update from Merrimack as the Tomahawks trail Winnicott by a score of 21-19 at halftime. That's in Division I, and in Division II, St. Thomas, an early lead over Interlakes, 30-16.
I like the 6:30 start myself. I think it gets kids in a little earlier at night, especially on Tuesday.
All right, Trinity facing a man-to-man here. Both teams with a variety of different defensive looks in that first half. Dunker for 3. It's in and out.
Good look, though. Good look, and he didn't hesitate. Catch and shoot, right? He didn't hesitate at all.
Rodriguez, his 9th rebound. They're going to throw it inside. Rodriguez, a little fade away over the top of 2 defenders, won't go. Ellis, his first rebound tonight.
Which is very unusual for him. He's a good rebounder.
Again, sat most of that first half. In foul trouble, he's going to knock in a 3 here. His second from deep. He doubles his point total from 3 to 6. And the lead is only 6 for Nashua North.
Whatever he can give them, they need.
Bishop, a rebound and a crowd for Trinity. Layup almost fell for Maglani. Dunker, head down, fade off the glass, won't go. Rodriguez, another rebound. He's got a double-double now for the Titans. Lazo, back door. Top for Pena, shot fake, puts it on the deck, pulls it out.
Surprised he didn't take that shot inside. Lazo had a nice 2-footer, wide open. Another wide open cutter, a little late on the pass. Got to turn and look.
Fade away, up and in.
Good shot.
It's not Pena, that's Cortez. He's got 9.
They're getting wide open cuts. You see how wide open they were a couple times in a row?
It was Pena on the assist. Meanwhile, Derek Aurelia lost the basketball. Lazo going to send it up the floor. Cortez with the spin move and finish.
Good handle. Dunker almost got it. Took a chance.
Cortez in double figures, the third Titan to do so. Another Pioneer giveaway. Lazo left it short.
Too cute. Oh, great rebound.
That's Pena. Able to hustle and force the issue to preserve the possession.
If I'm coach, too, I'm going to talk to Lazo and pull him aside and say, listen, I just need you to make the lay-in. If you're not going to dunk it, just make the lay-in and concentrate and make it. It's a wide open shot. Don't think about dunking the ball. If you're going to dunk it, do it. You got to make a decision.
Two minutes in, third quarter.
2-3 zone. Trinity coming way out. Dunker sort of playing man by himself. They're supposed to be, I think, in a zone. Nope, they're back to a man. Showed zone in the out of bounds. Wide open inside.
Rodriguez, double pump finish.
Trinity just has to talk. I think there's a little bit of a communication lack.
Dunker, hard take.
Good move.
He's in double figures with 11. The lead 10. It's been the bulge most of the night. Maglani for 3. Back iron miss. Doherty going to track it down. His third rebound. Pioneers trying to get it to single digits again. Dunker on the back door, cut off by Maglani. The pass tipped out of bounds.
Good help.
Good crowd here tonight. Been active throughout. Titans got the student section really going in that first quarter. So they jumped out to a 15-point lead. There's a jump shot for O'Neal.
Nice pass, good shot.
His first two. He scored 8 off the bench.
Now they just have to communicate on defense. Right now, they're leaving too many guys wide open in the paint.
Lazo, sidestep fade, won't go. Rodriguez, a rebound on his way to the ground, but a travel is called.
That was
How about 11 and 11 already for Rodriguez?
Ooh.
Landed a little gingerly as well, trying to shake it off. We got a timeout here on the floor. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising, the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. Finally by New Hampshire Tomahawks. Showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NHTomahawks.com and also girls.NHTomahawks.com. Well, there was a rule change in the offseason that caught us a little off guard the other night.
Man, did I feel like a goof.
Well, I was in the same boat. New rule, I think a lot of people were. The foul limit, a little different. 5 team fouls, and then they shoot 2. It resets at the end of the quarter.
Right, okay.
So no more 1-and-1s. Rest in peace, 101.
I like the 1-and-1. The 1-and-1's a little more stressful, right? It's a little more of a pressure shot. You got to make it. Now you're just giving a guy 2.
And while Ellis, a good drop step there, almost got that one to go, but does draw the foul.
What do you think is the new rule? Now, this is a rule they've taken from women's college basketball.
Yes, which I think is 2 years old now.
Okay, so is it
at the NCAA level with the women?
Okay, is it going to slow the game down maybe at the high school level?
It's supposed to speed it up.
How? I'm trying to figure out how. When you say all of a sudden you're getting foul trouble and you're shooting 2 shots every time instead of that 1-and-1, which could be quicker because you might miss the first one. Like in this case, he's shooting foul, but if you miss it, boom! Now we're playing again.
Right.
So
well, it's supposed to be
curious.
It's supposed to be, I think, a disincentive to foul if you're trailing late because you're giving up the 2 earlier at 5 instead of 10.
That does, that part of it I get. There is some strategy involved that you're taking away, though.
Right. We'll see. Rodriguez blocked at the rim. Bishop got a piece. O'Neal, the rebound, quickly up the floor. Dunker back to Bishop, who traveled on the catch.
Another one. Oh, they've had about 5 traveling calls already tonight. That's a lot of traveling turnovers.
The officials have called it tight.
Perhaps what do we call that? A point of emphasis this year.
Yes. Here's that zone press from the Pioneers we saw briefly in the first half. Bounce pass will break it. Maglani for 3 out of the corner. Too strong, and Ellis. Good box out. Long pass. Dunker on the receiving end. Bishop is cut off. Dunker's left open. Trying to make them pay with a high arcer. No. Tipped by Ellis. No. Pulled in again by Bishop. O'Neal across the lane and a foul.
Got him. Took him. Now, see, if you're the big fella, you don't want to foul the smallest guy on the floor, right? If you're going to foul somebody, foul Ellis when he's working hard. That tip was a great tip by Ellis. Just keep attacking.
So O'Neal to the line for the first time. 8 points, 4 rebounds. Off the bench for the junior. Got time last year off the bench as a sophomore. Part of that Pioneer team that pushed Bedford into overtime in the quarterfinals. He was on the floor for some meaningful minutes.
Oh, he played really well last year.
He played well.
Shot really well. We saw him a couple times where he shot well.
He's played well tonight. He goes 1 for 2 here. Three and a half remaining. Third quarter. Trinity has trailed throughout. Maglani for 3. Off target. And there's Ellis again making a difference on the glass for Trinity.
Maglani has not shot well in this second half.
Nice wraparound pass, Doherty to Bishop. And here come the Pioneers.
Really good pass.
First bucket for the sophomore. It's a 5-point game for the first time since the opening minutes.
And this is against Nashua, primarily their bench. And I think they've been better against the bench players.
Cortez going to escape the corner. Deep three, up and in.
Wow. Wow, wow.
He's got 7 in the quarter. That matches his halftime total. 14 in the game. Doherty is blocked. The board ends up with Peter Donovan, who just came on.
Off-balance shot. Oh.
Long pass, a little too strong. And off the fingertips of Cortez.
But again, wide open. Underneath the basket, wide open. They got to communicate. I don't think Trinity right now is talking. They're doing a good job stopping the middle on the press. That's fantastic. But now they just have to talk on the backside of the press and communicate with each other.
49-41. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. Third quarter. Pioneers trying to make it a 2-possession game. And they will. Bishop finds his opportunity there.
He's come in and played well off the bench. Very well off the bench.
He's got 4 in this third quarter. Ellis, the interception. Trinity with numbers. Ellis for Dunker. Back to Ellis for the layup.
I can't believe that's Ellis's first 2.
He's got 8 points. Meanwhile, Jones, the lefty lay-in. Again, open on the back end of the press.
Wide open.
Final 100 seconds, third quarter. Got to reach in here, I think, on Jones as he goes across the body.
It kind of makes you nuts, too. If the kids are working so hard up top to contain the guards, to slow them down, make them take a little longer to bring it past half court, and then you get beat deep where there's, 2-on-1. And Ellis is in foul trouble, so he's the back of the press. So right now, maybe you move him to the middle, so maybe the back of the press can maybe take, step out more and not worry about fouling. Because I think he's worried about fouling. You could tell on the last one he was worried about fouling.
Ellis for 3. Dunker, the offensive rebound. O'Neal, long 2, up and in.
O'Neal can shoot.
The Trinity fans who made their way south from Manchester, clapping their hands. It's the Pioneers who closed the gap. After trailing by as many as 15, they're within 4. Donovan's layup will push the lead back to 6.
Yeah, the press is really good up front, but the back.
Coming up on the final minute. Dunker to his left. Tough shot.
Very tough shot.
Luke Peters, the rebound. Peters going to pull up. Get it over to Cortez. His line drive 3 won't go. Ellis is there. Ellis thinking about it. Will take the layup. It goes in and out. Doherty trying to keep it alive. Cortez has other plans. Final 45 seconds. Third quarter. Cortez, long 2, in and out. Offensive rebound, Peters. He's wide open.
Nobody there.
And he lays it in. Well, the 5'8 junior guard working hard on the glass for his first bucket. Final 30 seconds. O'Neal is fouled. Hit on the left wrist by Cortez. And his second trip to the line on the way is Trinity. Again, down 8 here with now 28 seconds remaining.
So the under-the-basket defense for Trinity right now is killing them. If they can figure out how to, that person in the back has to be super aggressive. You have to decide, I'm going to either go for the steal. You can't just stand in the middle and just sort of wait. You have to either go for it, make a decision, or communicate with someone to go out so that they're not just left all alone underneath.
Two for 2 trip. O'Neal.
Turnover.
7 of his
Big
13
turnover
in this third quarter. And yes, a mental error here in the backcourt.
Oh, Robinson stepped over.
Is going to give it back to Trinity. So a great opportunity for the Pioneers. They're within 6. And they could hold this one if they want. Instead, they find Ellis on a cut. And he lays it in off the glass with one more coming. Well, Devon Ellis had his minutes very limited in that first half due to the 3 fouls. Has come alive here in this third quarter.
think he has 7 third quarter, right? 7 right
7
away.
of his 10 since halftime. This one good as well for the 4-year starter. His first free throw of the night. Here's the zone press again from Trinity. Pioneers are within 3. Maglani for Lazo. Back to Maglani. Little finger roll goes around the rim and out. Bishop clears the glass. Trinity with 9 seconds. They find Doherty for 2. His first bucket since halftime brings Trinity within 1. Final shot for Cortez. He won't get it off.
He didn't see the clock. He did not recognize the clock.
Trinity, their fans celebrating here on the road. They make a push in that third quarter. After trailing by as many as 15 in the first, they're within 1. Will they complete the comeback, or does North hang on? We find out next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Well, it's a 1-point game as we head to the fourth quarter here in the Gate City. Nick Anastas, along with Justin Gorham. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. This one looked like it was headed towards blowout city in the opening minutes. Trinity fell behind by as many as 15 in the opening quarter. But since then, the Pioneers have chipped away. They've got 3 players in double figures, and they're within 1 as we begin this fourth quarter. Doherty is going to get the rebound. And the Pioneers now with a chance for their first lead of the night. Doherty in the lane leaves it short. Peters his third rebound. And Pena will bring it the other way.
I like the zone, too. Trinity played zone on that last possession. And right now, shooters right for Nashua North, I'm staying in the zone. I'm staying in the 2-3 zone.
They go high post to Lazo, tries to leave it for Robinson. Rodriguez, who gathers, fades, and scores.
See that? Got away with a double dribble, I think.
Not sure if it was tipped or not. Rodriguez, 9 points in the first half, his second field goal since. Working on a double-double tonight. Both teams, as we mentioned, won their season openers back on Tuesday, and will look to stay unbeaten headed into the first weekend of the season.
That man press again. Maglani's back in. He hasn't played well or shot well in the second half. I don't think he's played poorly. He just hasn't shot well.
Started off on fire. Had 14 in that first half. Most of the damage coming from deep. Meanwhile, we got a foul. It's against Trinity. Remember, the fouls restart, so that's the first either way of this fourth quarter.
That should be on the floor. Yep, out of bounds again underneath. So Nashua will play his man underneath. Look for a corner jumper. Nope.
Ellis wants the one-on-one. Goes right at Maglani, lost the ball.
Almost got another foul.
Rodriguez the rebound. Long pass in the corner, taken away by the Pioneers. Ellis up the floor. It's a 2-on-1 for Dunker. Can't get the layup. Body's on the ground. Aurelia steps into a long 2. That one is too strong, and then a foul on Dunker on the weak side.
Wow, that was a tough one.
Well, both teams have gone hard here.
That was tough.
You see there, a good challenge to force the miss, and then Dunker, a little bit of contact in midair under the basket with Rodriguez.
Now, there's almost a 1-3-1. A half-court trap. There's a turnover.
And there's the steal. It's Doherty on the takeaway. Skip pass. Bishop Doherty wants it. He's going to go down the lane. Dunker ready in the corner. A three will tie the game. And Doherty not quite ready there, as that one goes off his right hand out of bounds. Coach Farmer going to shuffle the cards. Going to bring back Jamar Gregory Aline, who played well off the bench in that first half, as Bishop gets a rest for Trinity.
Bishop played really well, rebounded well. He gets after it. I like his attitude, his aggressiveness.
We'll see if he sits for very long. Cortez, the pull-up, back iron miss. Gregory Aline, the rebound. Dunker off the crossover into the corner. It's broken up by Cortez. And last touch by the Titans, despite the plea there from the junior.
I couldn't see who touched that.
Ellis trying to tie it. Three won't go. Rodriguez almost had it. It was tipped away. And eventually it ends up with Cortez. Titans by 3. 2.5 gone by, fourth quarter.
Right now, you got to go inside. If you're Nashua, go inside. You got
It's like a mismatch.
huge mismatch inside.
Rodriguez with a really on him. Spins to the left, fades, can't hit. Good effort by Pena to keep it alive, but ultimately it's Ellis with his sixth rebound.
Big fella's got to go to the rim, not away, to the rim.
Again, Trinity, a chance to cut into this three-point lead.
Another
So we've been stuck on 57-54 for a minute. Meanwhile, a foul against the Titans. That's their second team foul of this fourth quarter. It comes on the floor.
I think it was on big fella, too, Rodriguez. Dunker went at him.
Nobody really in foul trouble at this point. Again, Ellis had 3 all in that first half. He goes off the dribble. Can't get it to go, trying to stay with it. Ultimately, Rodriguez digs it out for the Titans.
Missed quite a few layups, both not just him, but they've missed quite a few layups. They've had chances to really get this game, tied up.
Yeah, I think Coach Farmer is okay with the shot selection. Maglani for 3 was hit, and that out. Draws a big ooh from the crowd. He's going to shoot 3, though.
Doherty didn't think he fouled him, but it looked like he tapped him on the arm.
Maglani 3 made threes in that first half. Has not scored since halftime. He's got 14. More importantly, a chance to make it a 2-possession game here as we near the midway point, fourth quarter.
Looked like a little tap on the elbow. He probably just needs to see the ball go in. You don't want to have to see that now. He's got 3 shots, and he hadn't shot well. Sometimes when you're a good shooter, if you get fouled and get to the free throw line, you see the ball go in a couple times. And what do? You come back and you shoot really well.
Maglani 2 for 2. Coming up after the game, stats, highlights, analysis. Plus, we'll speak live with the winning head coach. Will it be Coach Lane or Coach Farmer? We find out after the game. Maglani goes 3 for 3. He has not missed at the line tonight, 6 for 6, and a game-high 17 points. Timeout on the floor with 4:35 remaining in this fourth quarter. Nashua North, they've led wire to wire tonight, have never trailed, led by as many as 15 in that first quarter. Trinity began this fourth quarter down only 1. Still plenty of time for this game to break either way.
Yeah, Trinity's had a couple chances to hit a couple layups, wide open layups, to kind of tie the game or get within 1. You got to be happy, like you said, about the shot selection. You just got to make those layups. You got to make. Some of the other shots are tougher when you got a big fella inside that changes shots in the paint. It's tough to make those layups when they're contested like that, but they've had a couple easy ones. Whereas Nashua North hasn't shot great in the second half. Shot really well in the first half, I thought, but hasn't shot very well in the second half. So this one could be, this feels like it's going to come down to the wire. I feel like Trinity's going to come back, it's going to get closer, but it just feels like a game that's going to be close until the very end.
And the free throw line could make it impact both of these teams, 2 of the better shooting free throw teams in Division I.
I agree.
Crowd chanting defense, that standing student section, they're still on their feet. Titans in a man-to-man. Dunker with his club down by 6. Trying to body up against Pena. Double team comes, skips it for O'Neal. Eyes on the rim, slips into the lane, and traveled on the landing.
Another one with that jump, stop, slide. Jump, stop, slide. I think a dance move tonight. Seen it so often.
It's the 10th turnover for Trinity. So you see there a little bit of a hop on the jump stop.
Got to stop on 2 feet at the same time.
Here's that 1-2-2. Lazo in the middle. Baglani is open. Maglani has 3 more.
There it is. He saw that ball go in the free throw line. What's he do? He comes back. It's a wide open 3.
That's his 4th from downtown. 6 points in his 4th quarter. He's got a game high 20. Bishop, the fade, won't get it. Loose ball. O'Neal lost it out of his fingertips. Maglani sends it down floor to Lazo for the layup. Adrian Lazo, his first bucket of the second half. Comes at a big time. 3.5 to go. Titans up 11 at 65-54. An 8-0 run by the home team, and a travel here is called against O'Neal. Trying to pivot away from the bigger defender. Coach Farmer is going to take the junior off the floor as Derek Aurelia returns. Also, Gregory Aline will sit. And Ellis is back on here for the final push.
That was pretty close. He moved his, I think he slid his foot just a little bit toward the end, but that was close.
The officials have not given the benefit of the doubt tonight in that department.
Great
Rodriguez.
Pass. Last second, great pass. Good defensive help initially, though. Trinity stepped up, good help. That was just a good pass, good effort.
The lead back to 13, biggest since the first half. Doherty is called for the push-off.
Yeah, can't stick your arm out. Got to be sneaky about it. Wasn't sneaky. I think he's a little frustrated, though. Offensively, he hasn't been very involved the second half. So that just creates frustration when you're a scorer.
As you take a look there at the footwork, these Trinity fans booing the officials.
It was pretty clear.
That one close. But, yeah, I think you're right. Meanwhile, Coach Lane back on his feet. Trying to direct traffic here. Remember, no shot clock, as we know, in the NHIAA.
And, you know, the fact that we don't have the shot clock.
Here's an offensive foul.
It does add a bit more strategy. We have more stratagem here because we don't have a shot clock. You can hold the ball longer. You don't have to shoot early if you don't want to. You can make the offense run over and over again until you get a layup, right? Now, in this case, they're up, 13 points?
Got a timeout here, but yeah.
Yeah, they can kind of play a little bit, right? But if
well,
you're
again,
worried,
you can, in theory, keep it indefinitely
right.
for Nashua North, and that's...
So if you're worried, pass, cut,
yep.
and then just take a layup, wide open layup. So if you have an inside, a mismatch again with big fella on somebody small, you throw the ball in the paint, and you get 2-footers. But that's the one thing about the shot clock. It can out a little bit. Like if
Sure.
you're not very good, you can make the game long or short, I guess. Long, but keeping the ball short. So just
shorten
keep
the
it
game.
moving, shorten the game, keep it. And 4-2, 6-2. I've seen games in the past before the shot clock where the final score has been 8-6. And these are college teams out in California. There was a couple teams that played in the state championship. One team, state championship. I can't remember. I want to say Cerritos, but they played in a state championship game, and at halftime, they were ahead 4-2.
Yeah, but who wants to watch that?
It's awful. It's awful basketball. But they had a chance because they weren't super talented, right? They end up losing because once you get behind, you can't do it anymore.
Right.
You have to stay ahead.
Right.
So they got behind, and they couldn't play a regular game. Then it was over. But they got to the finals playing that way, winning games 10-8, 10-6. It was just gross, though, Nick. You're right. It was gross.
Both these teams, I don't think we have to worry about that.
No,
They've had
I don't think so either.
Their foot on the pedal, so to speak, tonight, and have looked to push tempo, and most likely will over the final 2.5. Backdoor Bishop.
Good cut. Great pass. Good cut.
6 points, all in this second half for the sophomore. Trinity trying to stay alive, trailing by 11 as we move towards 2 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Well, again, you're forcing the defense into a decision at this point with the keep-away strategy. What will Trinity do? Both teams with 3 team fouls. Pena goes around Dunker. Cortez thought about the penetration, instead pulls it out. Now Lazo has it.
And that's exactly what they're doing. Right now, they're going to pass the ball around, look for a layup. Look for a good shot. Bad
Instead,
pass.
it's picked off. Doherty leading a 4-on-3. Dunker drives to the rim. His pass to the corner is tipped, but Ellis has it. Skips it for Doherty. Steps into a 3. And this one ends up out of bounds over the top of the backboard.
I do believe, though, that Nashua is employing that strategy that we just talked about. They didn't try and shoot. They turned the ball over, but you have to practice that, too. You have to practice running your offense. They don't have a really emotion offense. It's everybody's pass and kick.
Well, they took nearly 50 seconds off the
clock. They did. So they have really good guards that can handle the ball.
Right.
You just can't leave the floor.
In that case, you're okay with the turnover if you're chewing up that much clock.
Right. But don't leave the floor either. When you're going to pass the ball to your teammates, don't leave the floor. And that's what they're doing. They're taking the air out. And you can't lob the ball. See, now he just snapped it so you can see.
Ellis going to get a piece from behind. That one goes out of bounds.
We're down to 1:11. And they're down 11. So this is exactly what I would have done in this situation. So now you have to foul. You're going to have to foul. Right, 3. You need 2 to get to the free throw line, right? Nick, so we're going to shoot 2 shots, but you have to foul.
Yep.
Right so now, boom, foul.
They have 1 to give.
You got to get them. You got to. Wow.
Pena going to whip it back out for Lazo. Good job by the Titans with the keep away. Finally, we got a foul here as Pena is touched up by Doherty.
I don't know if he meant to foul him, but that's a good foul because now you got to foul right away and just hope they miss free throws, right? Figure out who's not shooting free throws or who hasn't shot free throws. Right now, I foul Robinson. I think he missed his last 2 on the other end.
I'm not sure if you even have that luxury. I think you just give.
Oh, you have to foul, but you want to try and foul, hopefully, somebody that doesn't shoot free throws very well.
Well, here's Pena.
But you got to go get him and foul that now.
Ellis comes over, and there's the reach.
And he had,
comes with
4?
52 seconds remaining, and that is number 4 on Ellis.
Because I'm not good at math, so how long did they take off the clock? You're better at math, I know, than I am. You're a mathematician.
Before the foul?
You're a mathematical genius. I think they've taken, a minute and 20 seconds off the clock?
I was thinking 28 seconds, but...
Well, I mean, the first time total.
Including
we got
the first
50 that you said, and then now we've taken another, 20? So
I would say 28 on this possession,
28?
So if my West High math is correct, that's a minute 18.
You were stuttered well there.
All right, Pena continuing the trend tonight for Nashua North. That's been clutch free throw shooting.
Another free throw.
As he goes 2 for 2. Collectively tonight, Justin, the Titans missed only 2 at the line.
Wow. That's good. You're happy. If you're a coach, you're very happy about that.
Ellis steps through the defense and scores with a hook shot.
Tough shot.
He's got double figures now. 69-58. Maglani splits a double team into the front court, into the corner, and a steal by O'Neal.
Careless turnover.
Up for Ellis. Ellis backdoor on the bounce pass for Doherty, who's got the layup.
There we go.
Trinity still alive, down 9, but they're just about out of time, down to 20 seconds. And we'll see if they give the foul or not. Doesn't look like it. Maglani not going to shoot. Going to put it on the deck instead. And a foul is called. Dipped that shoulder into the defender O'Neal.
Now we're shooting.
But was grabbed in the process. So, yep, we're at 5 team fouls. And that's another positive potentially. Each team at the beginning of the fourth quarter has 0.
Right. So you're not
carrying anything over,
yes.
And then you're not getting as much bonus action at the line.
Yes, but that does too. We just talked about strategy with the clock, shoot without a shot clock, right? So that takes away a little strategy too in terms of fouling.
Right, I think it's an adjustment for the coaches as much as anybody.
I think it's hard. I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on the other day. So
Neither could I. All right, here's the free throw. Maglani goes 1 for 2. Stellar night for him. And Nashua North is going to win their second out of the gate. They'll improve to 2-0 following a 70-60 victory over Trinity. Pioneers slip to 1-1 and will face defending champion Bedford their next time out on Tuesday. All right. Take a quick break in just a moment. Coach Lane on the other side, a Friday night scoreboard to get to, plus stats, highlights, and analysis. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, 70-60 is our final score as Nashua North led wire to wire. Survived a comeback attempt in that second half and win it by 10 to improve to 2-0 on the young season. Nick Anastas along with Justin Gorham. Titans came ready to play. Scored 15 of the game's first 17 points, led by as many as 15 in that first quarter. Trinity came back to close the gap within 9 at halftime. And the Pioneers, with 3 different players in double figures tonight, were as close as 1 to begin the fourth quarter. But North too much. Parth Maglani too much. 14 of his 21 come in the first half. His 21 a game high both ways. Big double-double effort tonight for the junior Robinson Rodriguez. As I'm not sure what you've got him for, Justin, but I've got him for 15 points and 14 rebounds.
Yeah, that's
plus 3 blocks.
Right, at least 3. And I think he changed so many shots during the game. So when you attack the basket that way, even just the fact that he's there, you're either going to throw it away. And you saw a lot of times Trinity would drive to the basket, and then they would, maybe, and then they kick it out to someone else. They had a shot, but they kick it out because he's there.
Who else played well tonight? Well, how about Elise Roig Cortez for the Titans? 7 points in each half. Chipped in on the glass as well with 4. Adrian Lazo, 6 points, 3 rebounds unofficially. Jaden Pena, 6 points, 3 rebounds unofficially. Pioneers, led by Kevin Doherty in that first half, scored 11 of his 15 before the break. Sean O'Neill came off the bench and scored 13 points, 7 of those after halftime. Evan Dunker in double figures again tonight with 11. And Devon Ellis, despite some foul trouble in that first half, does end up in double figures with 12 points and 6 boards. We're joined now by Coach Lane. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Your team is 2-0.
Good win.
A wire-to-wire win tonight. And your guys came ready to play, it seemed like, in that first quarter, jumping out by as many as 15. I'd imagine with so many veterans on the roster, you don't have to say much to get them ready to go, right?
You say it's a veteran group, but it's a group that doesn't have a lot of starting experience.
Right.
JP didn't start last year. Robinson started a bunch of games. Lazo was never in a starting position. So we're kind of a new group. Without Trevor, without Jaden Montgomery, those guys, these guys have had to take on a different role. And they passed their first test. This is one heck of a team. The Trinity Pioneers, they're going to beat quite a few teams in Division One.
Robinson Rodriguez looks like a star at times tonight. I've got him unofficially for 15 and 14, plus 3, maybe 4 blocks on the defensive end, an unknown number of changed shots in the lane. How valuable is he on both ends?
Well, Robinson's worked extremely hard over the summer, this fall, weight room, skill sessions here religiously. He's still got a long way to go. I'd love for his hands to be a little bit stronger. He's got great instincts, though, in the defensive end, and it makes a huge difference of changing the way other teams attack us. So.
A lot of times, too, I watched, and I think you were trying to go with a mismatch with him. He had a lot of mismatches in the paint. I think a lot of times it seems kids aren't used to throwing the ball in the paint anymore. But when he caught it, I mean, there was nobody in Trinity anywhere underneath the basket that could stop him.
Well, Trinity's not gifted with size.
No.
So we try to take advantage of that early in the game, and then obviously in the second half we tried to go to him as much as we possibly could. Robinson's still got to work on his footwork, still got to work on his balance, still got to work on finishing around the rim, and he's a work in progress. But like I said, I'm glad to have him on our team as opposed to someone else.
Oh, absolutely. I had one more, too, about we were talking about the new free throws, the new foul situation.
Yeah.
Is that, you find that right now difficult to coach? Is it difficult to the way you play, or is it just pretty much change strategy at all or anything?
No, I don't think it's really changed anything else except for like you saw in the fourth quarter where Trinity had to get a situation where they had to get 2 more fouls to get us into the bonus. That's probably the only difference that we're going to have. Obviously, the one-on-ones made a crucial coaching point because we could put teams at the line for the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th to hopefully get a possession back. This, you either got to guard and get a stop, or you're going to get 2 free throws. So it hasn't really made a huge difference so far through the 2 games, but I imagine so as we move along.
Yeah. I was curious about that to see what the future lies.
Yep, and like I said, the college game doesn't do it because they play, the full 20-minute halves. The girls' college game does it.
Right, that's what we were talking about.
I think kind of we're modeled after that at this point, but changes are different. Changes are difficult for us. Changes are difficult for the officials as well, because we're asking where the new points we put the ball in bounds and so on and so forth, and they've been super helpful for it.
Coach, we'd be remiss without mentioning Parth Maglani. I noticed he's the only captain on the squad, a junior, now a 3-year player at the varsity level. I had him for 21, with 14 coming before halftime. What do you think about him, his leadership, his off-the-floor attributes? Give us an idea of what is behind the captaincy of Parth Maglani.
If you don't know Parth, then a little inside story is he is a straight A AP student. He is an ambassador in the community. He's helps out with special needs. He does things on the side, community service, and he is the leader of this group. He gets kids together to get to workouts, to make sure everybody's on time for the meetings and film sessions. He is the epitome of a captain. He may not be our best player. I mean, we've got some pretty good players that performed tonight, but he is our leader. He is our leader ultimately.
He's a really good shooter.
He's a great shooter and great person.
And it sounds like
just a great kid.
Sounds like he makes your job a little bit easier too. Right?
Well, it would help if he makes some free throws and not turn it over down the stretch. I'd be much more.
Coach, congratulations.
Yep.
Good stuff tonight. We appreciate it.
Hope to see you guys again.
Thank you. That's again Coach Steve Lane, long time now on the sidelines. He's got his club at 2-0 after a 70-60 victory.
It's a great start. You just beat a team that, even though they lost their leading scorer, you beat a team that took Bedford to the second last year. A lot of these guys are back. They really didn't lose too many players with the exception of Bike, and they played well. I think Trinity will get better as the year goes along, but I also think they're going to get better. Nashua North will get better as well.
Yeah. Well, a couple of score updates. Winnicott Merrimack going into the fourth quarter tied at 33. Tomahawks looking for their second win. Winnicott looking to rebound after an opening night loss. St. Thomas took care of Interlakes tonight, 52-28. Pelham with a 56-50 lead over Coe-Brown. So the Bears going to have to do it from behind if they want to improve to 2-0. And one final Division I score for you, a 1-point game after 3. Spalding on top of Goffstown, 41-40.
I think Goffstown upset both boys and girls BG Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Wow, this is going to be interesting this year. Very interesting.
Your final thoughts, Justin, on what was a good game tonight between the Titans and Pioneers.
It was, and I think the biggest difference was that you have with Nashua a 6'5", 6'6" player who gets you 15 to maybe 20 points and 15 rebounds and 4 or more blocks and an innumerable number of chain shots. That was the difference there. I think their guards are really good. Trinity shoots the ball really well. I think they're going to match up with a lot of other teams really well. But when they face a team with a really good big guy, it's going to be tough for them, I think. You've got to find someone to put a body on him. I think Ellis can do that, but when you get 3 fouls quick like that, you can't. So really good game. Look forward to seeing both these teams as we move forward.
Want to thank Lisa Gingras tonight, the athletic director, the Nashua School District. Always good to work with her, and we appreciate the green light. Of course, Dante Lorendi in the fold as well. For our crew here at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, including our dual videographers, John Barron, Kat Doyle, another bang-up job
the best
tonight as usual. And, of course, the whole thing was orchestrated by the director, the wizard of replay, the man behind the curtain, Ben Beals, back in our Beals Insurance Studios. And, of course, the whole thing overseen by the big man in the big chair down in the Sunshine State, executive producer Steve Beals.
Steve Beals lounging in the warmth.
Enjoying things.
Love that.
As he should be. All right, for Justin Gorham, my name is Nick Anastas saying so long. Final score, final time, Nashua North 70, Trinity 60. This has been a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.